everybody, this is Cipher Dec, and we are back in Project 1999 on my Cleric, and boom! I got a level right then. What? So, I originally recorded this while I was in game, and I got too distracted by things that were happening, and so I wanted to just go ahead and from now on I'm going to try to only do videos where I am recording while I'm doing gameplay and not do voiceovers, but this one I just was, like I said, too distracted. So first off, I want to say that thank you to Flight Mode. We tried to get everything fixed so that I could get on Twitter, and it just was not working. I tried restarting my computer, changing settings, but it just would not see Everquest as one of my options, or as a program that was open for it to record. And this is using one of the, let me go ahead and just open it real quick. It's Open Broadcast software, and I've tried it. I've tried several different things. I've even watched other people's videos on how to get it set up, and it just would not work. But we also had a conversation about Space Engineers and other games, and he brought one up that I'm going to probably do a review on. I've checked it out, and it's it's a little bit different than what I originally expected, but it's called StarMade, and because of the diversity of the game, I am still going to try it and do a review on it after I have a little bit of time in the game. That way you can actually see not only my perspective of what I think of the game, but an educated review of the game. I don't want to just go in and have no idea what I'm doing, because it looks very sophisticated in the way that the blocks are. And I don't know if it's just something where you could get a lot of blocks and then boom, you just make whatever, or if it's a situation where you have to get resources and make those blocks. And if that's the thing, I really want to know recipes and so much more. So one of the things I wanted to talk about or go over is how I'm going to level this time. And we're going to start out by going to Crushbone. We went to Blackborough last time, and I believe you saw a lot of the dungeon. Though Crushbone isn't really considered a dungeon, but it is a zone where a certain race of monster is at, and it can be a little daunting to get around if you've never been there. So we'll do that this time. Also, I want to walk you through a few quests. As you saw, I just leveled to level 9, and so I had already did a few quests to get him up to level 8, and I want to walk you through those quests. That way, I know everyone's heard of the skeleton or the bone chip quest, but maybe you haven't done it yourself, or maybe you're brand new to the game and don't know where that quest is. On my way to Crushbone, I will show you where that quest giver is and have a stack of bone chips with me so that you can see what the quest giver gives you. Another quest I want to do is the Death Fist Slashed Belts. Now, there are 3 ways you can do this quest. It is given to you, you can either do it in Freeport, good side or bad side is how they explained it. I'm not doing it there because of the fact that it is faction-based within its own location. So it's like choosing a side in a civil war, and I'm just not going to do that because I'd like to be able to go throughout Freeport without being killed. Which I think you would have to turn in, like, I don't know, dozens to get to that point. So what I did is I found that you could go to Misty Thicket, and though it doesn't give very much money, it does give you a drink, and it also gives you 3% experience, which there is no comparison to what the experience is in Freeport. But I would rather get a little bit less experience, go to Misty Thicket and do it, than go to Freeport and lose my faction with one of the sides that I may travel most. So there's that. There's one other quest that I think is probably one of the best leveling quests in the game, because it seems to get better the higher level you get until you get to a certain point where it just drops off, and that is the Orc Scalp quest. And you can get Orc Scalps in a few different locations. I know you can get the belts in East Commons and Misty Thicket for sure. Maybe even, I don't know if there's an Orc group or if it's a Dervish group in West Common Lands. But if there is, I'm sure they drop there. But the Orc Scalps drop in East Common Land, and also in Highhold. So, being that you can get them at low levels, a lot of people who are higher level just go to East Common Lands. Why do I want to say Carana? East Common Lands at night whenever no one else is playing, and just farm them just so that they can get them that way. Other people, whenever they get higher level, they do the same thing in Highhold, because it's just easier that way. There's a lot more that spawn, it's a faster spawn, and you get more that way. Plus you get the chance of getting idols and backpacks and whatnot. So that quest I was going to wait and save the scalps that I had, but I went ahead and used them. And I'll show you that quest as well if you've never done it before. If you've had the scalps and wondered why people are selling scalps and belts and all of these things for certain prices. Also, I'm going to do the Crushbone belt quest, and that way we can at least have several quests that we can show you how to do if you've never done them before. So there's that. I am going to do the armor quest for him. Though I may not use the armor, I may actually sell it so that I can get better armor. I am going to do that quest. I really don't want to say I'm going to sell it, because I like the look of the armor. And as long as I have good strength rings and whatnot, the weight of the armor isn't going to really bother me so much. So that is also something that I need to think about. A few other things I want to get is, I think there's a weapon called the Water Sprinkler. I may have to look into that. I thought that was a Cleric item. Maybe that's what the Epic's called. I don't know. But I am going to do the Epic quest. It's so tempting to just farm and save up money and just pay the 60,000 plat to get your epic given to you. And I may still have to do that, because the dragons are so hard to get, because those are camped by all of the guilds, and I think they even separate what guilds can do what at certain times. But anyway, I may end up just buying it if I ever have the money to buy it. It's probably one of the several epics that are worth getting, even though you can't use it until I believe 50 or 51. It is still a very powerful epic, because it is a no mana 96% res. So I think that'd be the best way to go is to get your epic. And you don't see very many people with their epics unless they're bought. And that's kind of sad because until Vilius comes out, getting your epic properly is going to be very, very hard. And that's too bad. So that's those plans. I'm going to just try to do my best to get leveled. I have a good amount of money, which you probably saw in the video, and I also have a few items that I can sell. At one point, I bought 2 scouts from Webley, I think that's what the name was, and I didn't even notice that they had said in the group that they would sell them for 2 plat a piece, and I gave them a plat because I thought that was a fair price, and I would have still given it to them even if I saw the 2 plat, because I don't want to undercut someone, especially if it's especially if they don't have a lot of money. And I had the money, it wasn't going to bother me by paying that much. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. I'm sorry it was not just me talking while in the game, but so many things distract me while I'm playing the game. I'm looking all over the place. I'm doing things, people say things, and I stop talking, and it just really didn't work for me. I may just start doing things where I just do an hour of me playing the game and talking, and then I just cut it, just shorten it, and make it nice and neat. But anyway, guys, that is me for the night. I hope you had a great day. This is Cipher Dec. Peace out.